I just don't get it. Like, a lot of men don't actually have integrity. And I'm like, were you people raised by your mums? It's the whole hierarchy thing where men are treated soft by their mums, and then the way the girls are treated so harsh. And I'm like, y'all are crazy. Yeah. Y'all are crazy. You're the types of women that will teach your boys you shouldn't even wash dishes. Let your sister do it. And then your wife should make a plate. Of course your wife should make a plate, but don't come with an energy. Like, if you're not appreciative, don't come with that type of energy. So anyway, I just don't understand what's going on with this generation. Yeah. Like, for example, the whole thing with that pastor who left his first wife just because his second wife snitched on the first wife. Like, I don't get that. If you're friends, if you have the best interest in your friend, you'd go to your friend and be like, friend, I'm concerned that you're drinking too much. Do you please take care of your family, think of your family. And then if the friend doesn't listen to you, and then if the husband leaves the first wife and goes for you, then that's okay. But you don't go to the husband and snitch. Like, I just find it so diabolical, yeah, to even go for my person that I call my friend to go for their man. One incident that happened, yeah, my friend had my friend was engaged, yeah, and then there was another guy she was seeing here. But because I didn't drive, I asked him for like a lift to town so I can get food. I wasn't even trying to flirt with the guy because I don't find the guy attractive. She got mad and she's like, why are you texting him for a lift? Do you want my sloppy seconds? I was like, girl, I've never even texted your man about what he looks like or I want to get in bed with him. I asked him for a lift because he lived close to me. Yeah. Like, because I'm just not that type of person. I've not ever dated. Well, okay, wait. When we were young, when we were like 18, I did do a thing with my friend's man. But I told her straight up, I was like, look, like something happened. And I showed her the inboxes that he was sending me because I was not interested in him. Do you get what I mean? I was not interested in him. I had a boyfriend and one day we got tipsy and my boyfriend was on the phone. He's like, be careful. I don't want you to do anything stupid. But I know because you're now drinking, you might do something. And then something did happen. But I told my friend straight up. I showed her all the inboxes. I was like, look, I've been saying no. I've been trying to refuse your guy. But he's been trying to move to me and I don't really want him. And it broke our friendship for a while. But then we mended our friendship because I'm not going to put my friend, my man over my... Do you get what I mean? Yet, the girl that was like, oh, do you want my sloppy seconds? I invited one DJ because she was like, oh, she wants a DJ for some party, okay? My ex was a DJ. Invited him now. She was even texting him, flirting and all sorts. I did get upset. I was like, one, that's an ex where we had long history. Do you get me? When we were virgins and we were trying to get to know each other. Do you get me? This guy introduced me to his sisters. When I broke up with him, he cried. He was like, I've even introduced you to my sisters. I've even told everybody about you. Do you get what I mean? It was deep. So then she started flirting and then she's like, you know, friends can do things with their friends, man. But these times I'm asking your guy for a lift. Yet you're even engaged to some guy. Yet you're getting upset about, do I want your sloppy seconds? Bruv. The other friend that I'd done a thing with her man, yeah, there's certain type of loyalty that to even talk to my baby dad on the phone, I allowed her, and she's never caused trouble. Yet the one that was going nuts has caused so much trouble between me and my baby dad. The other one, I was like, trust me, you can even go to the gym. I don't care. I don't care. You can even go to the gym with him. If he does a thing with her, that's his own business. Do you get me? If I get upset, it is where it is. Do you get what I mean? But I know she's never even overstepped the mark to even call him after or do anything. That's how loyal she is. Do you get me? Like, to be honest, we got even because the guy I was dating when we were in uni, I found out that a year later she tried to do something with him. But I didn't get upset because I knew she was trying to get her revenge in it. Like, they started chilling a lot. And he was calling me. It's like, oh, yeah, your friend is here. Oh, yeah, your friend tried to move to me. But I didn't get upset. Like, I got upset, but I didn't get upset because I was like, I know she was trying to get her revenge. So then we were even. I was like, cool. At least we're now even. Do you get what I mean? Because I felt so bad about what had happened with her man. Do you get what I mean? That even she came up front, she was like, yeah, something did kind of go on. But you get, if they were not friends, then I could say, okay, she's taken another woman's wife. Okay, cool. But they were not friends. But the fact that they were friends and chilling, and then she now went to snitch to the husband, to me, that's very off. Because you didn't even try to talk to your friend to even put your friend on the right path. Yet you're up there in church every day. Doing up mommy. It just seems very wrong that you're leaving your friend behind. I'm sure if the wife would have accepted polyamory because they're Kenyan, they would have accepted. They would have just be like, you know what, it is what it is. Not to go behind your friend's back and then now start stitching, oh, she's an alcoholic, oh no, leave her. And then the fact that I have to watch you with my son in your house. Does your heart not feel some type of way when you see the woman crying, saying that she's been forgotten, yet you're there? You're there hugging up on her son. You're there doing up mommy going on holiday, going up and down with somebody's ex-husband. It's either the first wife done something. Either the first wife done something that really broke the husband's heart, or she found out and didn't forgive him. Because from what she said is that this whole thing happened in the cheetah room. Bro, that woman is trifling. I don't understand. Like, for me to sit there with somebody else's child, hugging up on somebody's child, kissing on somebody. Yeah. This happened, yeah. This other friend or whatever. She was dating some guy. And then there was no arrangement between the baby moms. So then she was busy bathing up the young kids, the young boys' kids, because he had young boys. She's busy calling me, telling me that she's been bathing his kids. And I was like, nah. Does the baby mom know? The baby mom now rang me and she's like, excuse me, why is your friend bathing my kids? And I was like, I told her. Because you're a stranger and you're busy. If those kids now say that you touched them inappropriately, what will you say then? And you cannot come and say, oh, well, I found the kids dirty, so I thought I'd clean them. Okay, so why didn't you ask the dad? Those are his kids. They're not your children. They're his. If you find them dirty, why not ask the dad, can you please, I just feel like the kids are dirty. Can you clean them, please? And yeah, because the girl called my phone and they were popping off at the mouth. And then, do I defend my friend? Because if she goes to the court and now reports it and says she was touching my kids inappropriately, trust me, but and then when I dated one guy, she's like, oh, I told her I don't want to be a stepmom to the daughter. You're in the boyfriend's house. Clearly, he can take some time away from you and go and bath his own kids, because they were like 5 years old. They were like 5 years old. Like, huh? I just find that odd. So yeah, I was dating one guy and she's like, yeah, give him a chance. Yeah. He'd already told me, I wanna see you, but I don't want to see your son right now because it's too early. And I totally got it. My son was home, but I told him go to bed. And he went to bed early. He didn't even see that boy. Because I told him, I'm not ready to be a stepmom to your daughter. Your daughter's got her mum. Do you get what I mean? Your daughter's got her mum. When we see each other's pictures, I'm happy for them. They have a great relationship, but I don't have to play stepmom. Just imagine the turmoil, yeah. Having to look at your family, the man that you're married to, your son, and then some woman, yeah, now claiming that she's the new wife. And then the fact that he got married on the new wife's birthday. So while she's there feeling like she's that chick, you know, she's busy forgetting that another woman's in turmoil. Bruv, that's some other level of wickedness, yeah. And she should sue. She should sue, regardless of her being in rehab for alcohol problems. She should sue and say they made the situation worse because he left me. He on my birth gave me divorce papers on this woman's birthday. I felt horrible, because imagine what that can do to a person. The fact that you're parading this Oyibo woman up and down, left, right, and center. Parading, that's your big Afro woman. Left, right, and center. You don't have shame. Yes, we get it for religious reasons that you're probably not, you don't drink alcohol. Okay. So couldn't you sit down with your ex-wife and be like, you know what, this is not working out. I don't agree with alcohol. So I think we should separate on that basis. Although I'll always be there for you. Or even the second wife, couldn't she just go and be like, you know what, we're here for you, but I think you should, if the alcohol issues were severe and were causing issues in the marriage, then yes, it's understandable. But you sit down with the person first. You don't go around being trifling, because that could even escalate the situation worse. How do the parents look at you? How can the parents look at you and think, oh yeah, that's our son-in-law? Bruv, if I was the parents, yeah, bruv, I wouldn't even attend that church. I'd be like, so you left my daughter, and you're meant to be a pastor. Your prayers were not strong enough to help our daughter. I wouldn't even attend that church if I was Mr. Very, very. And then the fact that the son has to hear all that badness about his mom. Not even sitting your son down to say, you know what, mom is going to be okay. She's just going through some things right now, as you can see. But you know what? Both of us, we care about you. We're going to be there. And if your mom can sort herself out, then she will. And then if she doesn't sort herself out, then that's her own issue on her own hands. Not you escalating because you want new pum-pum. You just go and just chuck divorce papers and then just... What?
Girl, you guys literally laughing like a literal.
I just think it's horrible, and you don't bring that type of madness to my house. So, if you know that somebody is an alcoholic, just don't marry them in the first place. Then you can't come online and moan about, oh, people are talking about my family. People are talking about my family. The fact that your new wife snitched on your ex-wife and didn't even. We get it, you're a pastor. You don't want your reputation to be ruined. But then there's certain ways that you handle things as a man. Why are you allowing a friend? Did you not say your friend don't want the best for you? Because if she wanted the best for you, she would have come to you first and told you that your drinking is a bit much. Please calm down with your drinking. Not, I'm going to take your man. Let me even sleep with your man in your house. So that it hurts even more. Wicked. That's even... You didn't even sit to build a relationship with your first wife. You were very young. And don't go and now start blaming it. Oh, because I didn't grow up with a father. Please. Some things you should just know. I don't want to hurt the people in my life because I don't want to lose the people in my life. Yes, we get it. Alcohol is prohibited in the Bible. But then you married her. So you find a way to let her down softly. The impetus, the audacity to even, bro, in her own house, see, in her own family home. Ayo. Ay. You're lucky that's not Africa. Because if it was Africa, somebody would have pulled you by the ear. If she cared and if she felt that she had a connection with Lovey, she could have just gone to the wife and just been like, if she had consoled her, like, look, the whole situation, yeah. Please just relax, take time for yourself. Your family should matter most because your son can't be watching you drunk every time. And then if she didn't listen, then if he leaves you and says, you know what, you're right, I can't live with a woman that's like that, but let me just break it down to her easily. And then if you marry, then at least if you come online and say, you know what, we explained to her, I came to her as a friend, but she didn't want to listen. She cared more about herself than her family. And then if you get married, don't do it. Don't now put divorce papers on the day of your new wife's birthday, because karma will come and hit you, bruv. Because that's horrible. You don't know what your ex-wife was going through to be drinking like that. And then what if you now made it worse? And then if your son, God forbid, no, if your son loses his mom at a young age because your mom couldn't take the pain, while you're sitting there saying, well, I've gotten some new clunge. Well, I'm now remarried. I can now private jet because my wife has now bought me a Tesla and she wants me to buy a big church and earn big money. Think before you go and do some things, man. If it was a polyamorous relationship, which, as I said, is allowed in America, then she shouldn't have been so close friends. Do you get what I mean? Then at least you can be like, you know what, my wife, please take some time to sort yourself out. Yes, I'm seeing somebody else right now. And don't get mad, because at the end of the day, if she didn't consent to the polyamory, then that's her own. If she says, you know what, it's okay, I don't have a problem with it, because at the end of the day, we're Africans. Things like polygamy are not new in our culture. If she said, you know what, it's so, you would have been surprised. You'd have been like, it's cool. Don't worry, you can date another person. Then it is what it is. You're just a pastor with 2 baby mums. I How many wives did King Solomon have in the Bible? People will understand. People will get it and be like, you know what, it is what it is. Even if they were friends, then she could have been like, you know what, friend, I care about you. I care about you and your family. Though I am interested in your husband. Please, let's try and do polyamory. You get me? But do try to sort yourself out so that, you know, we don't want to lose our son. And then you'll just be friends that are dating the same man in the church. And then people will just kind of get it. They'll be like, oh, they're doing those Bible things. He's now, you know, even if people say it's a cult, who cares? Because at the end of the day, you're not trying to hurt the women in your life. She gets her own place. She has her own place. She gets access to her son. Do you get what I mean? She might even be more calmer and say, you know what? Because there'll be healthy competition. So she'll want to be more involved in her son's life, that she'll forget about the alcohol. Yes, we can see that his son has access to the mom. But I feel like he should be spending days away. Like going away with his mom. Do you get what I mean? Like going away with his grandparents in a healthy environment. You know, like, oh, I'm just going with my mom and my grandparents to a different resort while my dad spends time with his new wife. Because sometimes as kids, we may not care that our parents have remarried, but it kind of does kind of feel somehow, you know. So if he has a good relationship with his mom, then he can be away. Because also, this is a new couple. They're going to want some time to spend with their new son. And then when he comes back, he's got a greater bond to come and bond with. Do you get what I mean? Because I feel like as a mom, sometimes a mom has things to teach their son because he's going to start dating. So there are things from a woman's perspective that he'll want to hear. You know, even if he's cooking with his mom, just spending a day cooking with his mom, bonding time, having good conversation. Then he goes back home to dad. You get me? He gets that chance to miss his dad. And, you know, yeah. So that he's got a home away from home. Because in his head, he might question, why didn't it work out with my parents? Yes, this is my stepmom. I'm supposed to love her and cherish her. But why is my mom going through what she's going through? And he shouldn't really have to see his mom like that. Look, as trifling as my baby dad is, I always try and say, you need to be in your son's life. Because at the end of the day, there's certain things that I shouldn't have to teach him certain things. It should be his dad. Do you get what I mean? But if he doesn't want to do it, then it's my job to do that. But luckily, the ex I had, you know, took initiative to now help us with birthdays and things like that. Do you get where I'm coming from? Because... And I get upset if anybody tries to say anything bad about my baby dad. We know how he is. But I don't ever mention anything to my son because I don't want him to think, oh, mom is trying to paint a bad picture of my dad. No. Do you get what I mean? That's still your dad. That's still your dad. And I won't stop that relationship from happening. Unless there's some danger. Do you get where I'm coming from? Even with my daughter's dad, like I won't stop that relationship unless I feel there's some danger. If somebody wants to come and say some things, I get upset because I'm like, why are you trying to tarnish somebody's name to their kid? You don't want your child questioning, why is my dad the way he is? Why is my mom the way she is? Why is my mom an alcoholic? These times people actually are capable of changing. it will be a nice story for somebody to now say, yes, I used to drink, but when I saw my son's face, I realized I had to change. Look, my father used to smoke. Though it was my mom who told him to stop smoking, and then he stopped smoking. I've not ever seen my dad holding a cigarette. Do you get what I mean? But if she'd gone around saying, well, I can't be with your dad because he smokes fags. No, I'm going to have to cheat and divorce because he smokes and I don't smoke. But sometimes you have to think about your family. Good. You have to think about your family before you start thinking about with your penis. And there's a video of you just, but you know how I feel. You know how I feel about that video about the room business. At the end of the day, he's your son. Why is he getting into it with the stepmom? She should offer to help or say, those are the things that you do for bonding moments. You say, do you want me to help you? Do you get me? Let me help you for an hour. So that, because sometimes there might be a lot. This is the thing with step parents. You don't understand what may be going on in somebody's brain when it comes to step parents. You don't understand what goes on in a child's brain, that the certain things can be affecting them. All the media saying this about the first wife. You don't understand how he's feeling while you're doing jolly with your new wife. Exactly. Being a dad does not necessarily mean you're just providing money. There's moments where the quiet moments you can spend with your son and be like, okay, my boy, let me tidy your room. Let me help you tidy your room for an hour. And then you might actually get to talk about some of the things that may be bothering him. Just because he's agreeing to come to work with you, sometimes he might even find that annoying, but he won't have the energy to tell you. But when he gets older, he might now get the energy to now tell you as it is. Anyway, bro, that's why are you embarrassing him by showing people whatever's going on? He's probably tired from school. He's done a lot of sports. Yes, because our kids still need one-on-one moments with us. Get to know him. He's growing older. Get to know him. So anything that may be bothering him, what is he seeing in the near future? Because I swear at this age, that boy should have now been considering certain things. But I'm not going to go into it because remember, it's not my family. It's not my family like that. Now he's becoming independent. Yes, he's driving. We're impressed with that. But he now has to start thinking about his own future. If he wants to work with you, well and good, because then he's helping in the family business. But all that blasting him online, no, that's where you could have just. Yes, at that age, instead of you blasting him, those were I'm just spending moments with my son, just, as a loving father, just helping him with his room because I can understand that he's probably done a lot of sports at school. There's a lot of activities we've done. So we're just spending some time to just relax and tidy the room with him so that he knows I'm still always there, that he's still my little boy, that I'll always support regardless. It's quiet time for you also because you're always screaming on telly. Then the people will be more.
To be honest, why is he always screaming like?
Bro, you think I've got the energy to sit there blasting my kids if they make a mess? If they make a mess, it is what it is. They're kids. And then if they want to earn their pocket money, they tidy up. If they want to get a snack, they tidy up. Simple. Because How am I gonna sit there trying to embarrass you and make you look like you don't know how to look after yourself? We're not doing that. Let's not look. We're not doing that because that can be dehumanizing to a person. Yes, because they'll now be scared of you, or or either they'll show you attitude and be like, do you get what I mean? You have to come with an understanding heart to be like, you know what, I know you've had a busy day. I know you've done this and this at school. If you want me to help you, I'm always here. Do try to tidy up.
That's wow. That's what.
Then if he ends up growing up resenting you, because in the public eye, yes, we can act like, oh my God, we love our parents. But, and then when the cameras are off, if we now start resenting you because of certain things that you've done to humiliate us, don't be like that. Don't be like that. Because if he now starts resenting you, now look, my mom is like this, and then now look, you're now trying to humiliate me because I didn't wash my socks. It's not nice.
Like,
it's not nice.
Like, why would someone?
We're black families. Music is a big part of our culture. These are the times where you should even be going with him in the studio. I mean, he might have been in school when Akon came, but when the grades come to your house, those are the times where you're supposed to bring your son in so that you can now introduce him to these people and tell them, Prophet Noel Jones has been doing this and this for years. Akon has been doing that and that for years. And then in the studio, he can also be watching you doing whatever you're doing so that he's learning and picking up, because that's how they'll learn and take on the name, that eventually when you do go, or eventually when you're doing other things, they're carrying on the name elsewhere. But you're busy trying to blast somebody online because they didn't wash their socks.
With this or that, because they are white, because they didn't do this or that.
We shouldn't even have to see that side of your family. Bro, we all make a mess. It's a house. We all have days where we just can't be bothered and we just chuck everything everywhere.
Exactly. Literally. Yes. Duh. Loaf. Stupid.
Imagine if his girlfriend now sees his room and then he's like, oh my God, I don't want to date him because his socks are all over the place. And then he'll start feeling like horrible. And then my dad went and blasted me online. My way, Kanye, don't do that. Huh?
If I ever marry someone and I'm my dad, why the hell would I be doing that with my kids if I ever have kids?
I know. I don't want. I hope you won't do that to my grandkids. We want to see the best of them on camera.
Don't be doing it
You don't see Mark Zuckerberg blasting who and blasting what. No, they're busy making their own millions and focusing on whatever they're doing. And it's sad because I can see in his eyes, like, you can tell he has a certain shyness, and it's like, by this age you shouldn't really be that shy. Honestly, such a sweet boy. I mean, I'm not your parent, or if that's how if you're comfortable with your parent doing that, then well and good, because you know what, we all raise our kids in a different manner, innit? Do you get what I mean? This is just my observation, because I know what I went through having a step parent, and I know what I went through at 17 when I've got hopes and dreams and things that I want to do, but then people are dragging me down with their family issues. I don't care what my mom did in the past. I don't care. Like, people are telling me what age my mom had a kid, and I'm like, I don't care. I've got my own future set. These are the moments where you're supposed to be celebrating your son. He's now 17. Yes, he's young, but this is the time where he now needs to be listened to a bit more, so that his own career, even if he doesn't want to go into music, but he can just, or whatever, or even church ministry, If he's got his own vision of what he wants to do, he can have people around him to mentor into what he wants to do, where he wants to take the family name. Do you get what I mean? Rather than us babying him. Like, I'm happy that he's now driving. I'm happy that he's, he's now, more at the forefront, voicing himself a bit more.
Not just.
Anyway, so, but I'm not trying to tell people how to raise their kids, innit? It's just my own observation and my own opinion. Like, it's nice to see that the little ones are growing up. My experience might not be the same experience. He might not even care about what we're saying, and it's just like, you know what, ignore her, innit? Which you can. But sometimes I think people have to consider this whole step parenting. Like, remember, you're not the main parent. You have your own kid now. It doesn't mean that you have to neglect the other child, but don't paint the other parent in such a bad picture that they end up resenting the other parent, because we're from different cultures. Yes, we're all African, but we're kind of... Do you get what I mean? Don't overstep the boundaries of trying to tell somebody's child what to do, how to do things, when these times your presence could even be affecting that person. They may not even... Do you get what I mean? Like, they may look at you like, why are you trying to discipline me? Why are you trying to tell me what to do? Because a lot of kids do that, and they have the right to do so, because you didn't give birth to them. If it was me, I would say, talk to your mom, your real mom. Let her tell you to clean, so that she can comfort her son and be like, please, can you be tidying up your room a bit? Don't worry. Then when you tidy up, I'll take you out for an ice cream, or you can come to my house and, see your grandparents. They have the right to do so, because one, they're becoming an adult. They're trying to figure out their own life. You're there to support their own life. And this is how people end up being drained, because they're all in their stepchild's business or their children's business. Instead of focus on what you got going on. If the room is not tidy, have more of a reward system than just trying to punish somebody for what they did not do. Bruh,
Like,
it's a room.
yes, exactly. Duh. You don't have to be angry about... Most parents should not be angry about, why is your room so tidy? Blah, 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 blah. I will blast your room. I will blast
Do you get what I mean? You don't know what stresses somebody's going through. Like, just sit down and just, okay, do you want me to help you?
Who actually cares for their literal son or daughter or niece or something.
Exactly. Like, those are the quiet moments that you can spend, and it shows that you're actually, you're attentive than just because somebody may look at it like, well, you're not my biological dad. Why are you trying to tell me what to do? My biological dad should be the one telling me what to do, because he's the one who bought the house. You're just a wife. And it may sound rude, but it's not rude. It's just, don't overstep a boundary, because you're the one who entered our lives. Yes, our home is our sanctuary, but my own peace of mind is also should be considered. What if, let's say, I plan to tidy once a week, you want me to tidy up every day? I understand that, yes, sometimes somebody's mess can be like, oh my God, can be affected. And then some people may look at it like, oh, well, you're not paying rent, so you have to abide by my rules. But then you have to realize that's your child. You're the one who made them. Do you get what I mean? You chose to make that child.
You
So
feel that by
can
love.
you wait? Can you try and make the situation more comfortable for them so that they're not feeling like you're some type of D-head? Do you get me? Because in certain situations, they may not end up being able to come to you because they're just like, well, he's just going to shout at me if I come like this. Even the Bible says, come as you are. If today I don't feel like bathing, I just want to rest. I just want to stay in bed.
Yes, yes.